So here we go again. We have another Trump disciple, claiming that an innocent Trump supporter, the white guy, was assaulted and verbally abused by poll workers just because he was wearing a Trump hat. He then goes on to blame Biden for what happened. Let's take a look and then we will dissect what really happened.
Not even 24 hours after Joe Biden calls Trump supporters trash, a Trump supporter in South Carolina was verbally and physically assaulted by poll workers that were giving him a hard time because of his Trump hat.
To be clear, the voting law in South Carolina when it comes to your attire while voting. The display of campaign material is not allowed within 500 feet of the entrance to a polling place. This includes posters, pamphlets, brochures, signs, buttons, hats, and t-shirts, among other items. That means you might be asked to remove your MAGA hat or cover up your Harris Walls shirt before entering. So, apparently, the Trump supporter was told by the ladies that he could not vote while wearing his Trump hat. He got upset, raised his voice and started using profanity, verbally assaulting the woman that was just doing her job. Even after she explained to him that it was the voting law, he continued on. He can be heard calling her a bitch and telling her to shut up and just let him F-word vote. At one point he took off his hat and threw it in the direction of the person that was recording the incident. The manager then comes over to assist. While she was there trying to defuse the situation, it appears that the man used his right hand and pushed on her forehead, which she reacted to by knocking his hand away, followed by a quick retaliatory slap to his face. Now, even though the camera angle is not the best, if you look closely you can see the motion his hand makes towards her forehead, and the instant he touches her, she reacts with a parrying type of motion, followed by a quick slap.
This is my right here. Wow. Why is it defending you? It's like defending you. All right, then shut the hell up and let me vote. Next thing, I'll say what? There it is right there.
So as you can see, he taps her on her forehead and she slaps his hand away and slaps him in the face.
Oh!
Don't do that!
Wow.
Now, he figured that she would have just let it happen and nothing would come of it, but he was sadly mistaken. He messed around and found out really quick. He then felt embarrassed at the outcome and tried to pursue her, but the other ladies were not about to let that happen. If that was a white woman and a black man, I am quite sure that the content creator would have painted a totally different narrative. The fact of the matter is, you don't put your hand on someone else, and if you do you gotta be prepared for the possible outcomes. That is a given, no matter if you are man, woman, white or black, and every color in between. Now, we see how the story that the Trump apostle was espousing was twisted to fit his narrative and paint the ladies in a bad light, which is what they consistently do. The creator of the video even states that he knows the laws are different in different states, but then he says that he does not think that it is against the law in South Carolina to wear your Trump hat while voting. A simple Google search would have provided him with the appropriate answer, but he is not interested in the facts. Maga doesn't care.
Now, different laws for different states regarding if you can wear MAGA hats and all that political stuff going to the polls. In South Carolina, I don't think it's against the law.
Apparently, Googling some information is harder to do than making a video to promote your misguided agenda and feelings rather than facts. He would rather project a divisive narrative to cause turmoil. Oddly enough, later in the video he says, people don't give in to the hate. Confused much?
And what these people did, it just shows you that the leaders, the people that lead this country, need to lead a good example.
Dude, you must not have been watching the Trump rallies. I know you ain't talking.
But they don't, because they know the people that vote for them are sheeple people. And so they know when they say this hateful rhetoric, they know what they're doing.
I think that the content creator was referring to Trump supporters when he made reference to sheeple people. Sheeple? That's the answer you get when you look up Trump supporters in the dictionary. Hashtag MAGA.
But people, don't give in to the hate. Stay highly positive. What's going on here?
I find it rich that they are the ones that usually will spew nonsense and then tell others to do the research when they themselves have not. From what I have seen thus far, they run basically on feelings and information derived from uninformed individuals rather than actual facts. The thing is, get your information straight and correct before you jump online and make a video about something you know nothing about.